Henry Park Primary School. First Semestral Assessment 2019. Primary 3 Mathematics. Henry Park Primary School. First Semestral Assessment 2019. Primary 3 Mathematics. Section A. Question 1. In which of the following numbers does the digit 6 stand for 600? The digit 6 will need to be in the hundreds place to stand for 600. The number will be 4613. The answer is 3. Question 2. What is the value of add 7 thousands to 9 tens to 2 ones? Add 7 thousands to 9 tens to 2 ones, and the sum is 7092. The answer is 2. Question 3. Find the product of 4 and 8. The product of 4 and 8 is 32. The answer is 3. Question 4. John ended his art lesson at 12:20 p.m. His art lesson lasted for 30 minutes. At what time did he start his art lesson? (12:20 p.m. is equal to 12 hours and 20 minutes. Subtract 12 hours and 20 minutes from 30 minutes, and the difference is 11 hours and 50 minutes. 11 hours and 50 minutes is equal to 11:50 a.m. John started his art lesson at 11:50 a.m. The answer is 2. Question 5. Lauren spent exactly $10 on 2 of the items below. Which 2 items did Lauren buy? The cost for pencil case and notebook will be add $6.95 to $4.35, and the sum is $11.30. The cost for notebook and story book will be add $4.35 to $5.15, and the sum is $9.50. The cost for notebook and color pencils will be add $4.35 to $5.65, and the sum is $10. The cost for color pencils and storybook will be add $5.65 to $5.15, and the sum is $10.80. Lauren bought the notebook and color pencils. The answer is 3. Question 6. Joseph wrote a number on a card. He added 24 to the number, and multiplied the sum by 8. The product is 288. What was the number that Joseph wrote on the card? The sum of the card will be divide 288 by 8, and the quotient is 36. The number on the card will be subtract 24 from 36, and the difference is 12. The number on the card is 12. The answer is 1. Question 7. The sum of 2 numbers is 800. The smaller number is 356. What is the greater number? The greater number will be subtract 356 from 800, and the difference is 444. The greater number is 444. The answer is 4. Question 8. A box of chocolates was shared equally among 8 boys. Each boy received 36 chocolates, and there were 5 chocolates left. How many chocolates were there in the box? The number of chocolates 8 boys received will be multiply 36 by 8, and the product is 288. The number of chocolate in the box will be add 288 to 5, and the sum is 293. There were 293 chocolates in the box. The answer is 1. Question 9. Mrs. Tan bought a box of markers, and a bag. The box of markers cost $25.80. She gave the cashier 2 $50 notes, and received $11.50 change. How much did the bag cost? The number of chocolates 8 boys received will be multiply 36 by 8, and the product is 288. The number of chocolate in the box will be add 288 to 5, and the sum is 293. There were 293 chocolates in the box. The answer is 1. Henry Park Primary School. First Semestral Assessment 2019. Primary 3 Mathematics. Section B. Question 10. Write 7,092 in numbers. $7,092 in numbers will be 7, 0, 9, and 2. Question 11. Find the sum of 4,296 and 1,471. The sum of 4,296 and 1,471 will be add 4,296 and 1,471, and the sum is 5,767. The sum of 4,296 and 1,471 is 5,767. Question 12. Find the quotient and remainder of 974 and 4. The quotient and remainder of 974 and 4 will be divide 974 by 4, and the quotient is 243. Remainder 4. The quotient and remainder of 974 and 4 will be 243. Remainder 4. Question 13. Subtract 75 cents from $9.95. Subtract 75 cents from $9.95, and the difference is $9.20. Question 14. A lamp post measures 195 cm in height. Jack is 67 cm shorter than the lamp post. How tall is Jack? Jack's height will be subtract 67 cm from 195 cm, and the difference is 128 cm. Jack is 128 centimeters tall. Question 15. Study the number pattern below. 3405, 3607, 3809. Missing number 4213, 4415. What is the missing number? The difference between 3405 and 3607 will be, subtract 3405 from 3607, and the difference is 202. The difference between 3607 and 3809 will be, subtract 3607 from 3809, and the difference is 202. Let us assume that the interval is 202 between the two numbers. The missing number will be, add 3809 to 202, and the sum is 4011. Let us do a cross-check on the answer. Add 4011 to 202, and the sum is 4213. The missing number is 4011. Question 16. How many tens must be added to 215, to make 985? The difference between 215 and 985 will be, subtract 215 from 985, and the difference is 770. The number of tens, in 770, will be 770 over 10, which is equal to 77 over 1, which is equal to 77. 77 tens must be added to 215 to make 985. Question 17. The distance from the school to George's house is 495 meters. The distance from the school to the shopping mall is 700 meters. What is the distance between George's house to the shopping mall? The distance from George's house to the shopping mall will be, subtract 495 meters from 700 meters, and the difference is 205 meters. The distance from George's house to the shopping mall will be 205 meters. Question 18. Kate only used quarter circles and squares to form the figure below. How many quarter circles did Kate use to form the figure? There were 8 quarter circles in the figure. Question 19. A watermelon cost $6. Mrs. Lim bought 3 such watermelons. How much did Mrs. Lim pay altogether? The amount of money for 3 watermelons will be, multiply $6 by 3, and the product is $18. Mrs. Lim paid $18 altogether. Question 20. Find the missing number in the box below. Divide missing number by 5, and the quotient is 83. The missing number will be, multiply 83 by 5, and the product is 415. The missing number is 415. Question 21. Mark has 35 20-cent coins. How much money does Mark have? Amount of 5 20-cent coins will be, multiply 5 by 20 cents, and the product is $1. Amount of 35 20-cent coins will be, multiply $1 by 7, and the product is $7. Mark has $7. Question 22. Heidi has 48 stamps. She has 6 times as many stamps as Mindy. How many stamps does Mindy have? The amount of stamps Mindy have will be, divide 48 by 6, and the quotient is 8. Mindy has 8 stamps. Question 23. Arrange the fractions in order. Begin with the smallest. 2/3, 2/12, 2/7, 2/5. All the 4 numerators have the same value too. With the same numerators, the greater the denominator, the smaller will be the fraction. The fractions will be in this order: 2/12, 2/7, 2/5, 2/3. Question 24. Study the picture below. A. How many squares are there? B. How many fewer triangles than squares are there? A. There are 11 squares. There are 8 triangles. Difference between squares and triangles will be, subtract 8 from 11, and the difference is 3. B. There are 3 fewer triangles than squares. Question 25. Form the smallest 4-digit even number using all the digits given below. 6, 5, 2, and 9. To form the smallest 4-digit even number, the smallest digit need to be in the thousands place, and biggest even number at the ones place. The smallest digit to be used in the thousands place is 2. The next smallest digit to be used in the hundreds place is 5. The next smallest digit to be used in the tens place is 9, instead of 6, as 6 will be used in the ones place to form an even number. The last digit to be used in the ones place is 6. The smallest 4-digit even number is 2596. Question 26. A baker baked some muffins at first. He sold 1,200 muffins. After that, he baked another 625 muffins, and had 800 muffins left in the shop. How many muffins did the baker bake at first? The number of muffins left before baking additional muffins will be, subtract 625 from 800, and the difference is 175. The number of muffins at first will be, add 1,200 to 175, and the sum is 1,375. The baker had 1,375 muffins at first. Question 27. The bar graph below shows the different flavors of ice cream that the primary 3 students like. A. Which is the most popular ice cream flavor? B. How many more students like peppermint flavor than strawberry flavor? A. The most popular ice cream flavor is chocolate. The number of students like peppermints is 90. The number of students like strawberry is 45. The difference between students that like peppermints and students that like strawberry will be, subtract 45 from 90, and the difference is 45. B. 45 more students like peppermint flavor than strawberry flavor. Question 28. Study the picture below. The mass of the toy car is 170 grams. Find the mass of one toy block. The gap between two intervals is 10 grams. The weighing scale shows the total mass is 370 grams. The mass of 5 toy blocks will be: subtract 170 grams from 370 grams, and the difference is 200 grams. The mass of one toy block will be: divide 200 grams by 5, and the quotient is 40 grams. Each toy block is 40 grams. Question 29. The clock below shows the time that Elaine had finished lunch 1 hour ago. What is the time now? The clock shows the time 1:25 p.m. 1:25 p.m. is equal to 1 hour and 25 minutes. The current time will be: add 1 hour and 25 minutes to 1 hour, and the sum is 2 hours and 25 minutes. 2 hours and 25 minutes is equal to 2:25 p.m. The time now is 2:25 p.m. Question 30. The table below shows the favorite colors of a group of children. Sally drew a graph to show the information from the table above. Complete the graph below by shading the correct number of squares for the number of children who like blue. Six children is equal to 1 square. 30 children will be: divide 30 by 6, and the quotient is 5 squares. The shaded squares will be shown in red. Question 31. In a shop, apples are sold at 40 cents each, and pears are sold at 50 cents each. Mr. Teo bought 5 apples, and 2 pears from the shop. Read each statement and put a tick in the correct box. The cost of 5 apples will be: multiply 40 cents by 5, and the product is $2. The cost of 2 pears will be: multiply 50 cents by 2, and the product is $1. A. 5 apples cost the same as 2 pears is false. The cost of 5 apples and 2 pears will be: add $2 to $1, and the sum is $3. B. Altogether, Mr. Teo paid $3 for 5 apples and 2 pears is true. Question 32. Mrs. Ang left the school at 4 p.m. She reached home 1 hour later. 30 minutes after she reached home, she went for a jog. Draw in the clock face below to show the time that Mrs. Ang started her jog. "4 p.m. is equal to 4 hours. The time Mrs. Ang reached home will be: add 4 hours to 1 hour, and the sum is 5 hours. The time Mrs. Ang went for a jog will be: add 5 hours to 30 minutes, and the sum is 5 hours and 30 minutes. Or 5:30 p.m. Mrs. Ang started her jog at 5:30 p.m. The time is shown on the clock face. Question 33. Mrs. Lau baked some cakes. She put 2 cherries, and 7 strawberries on each cake. Altogether, she used 54 cherries, and strawberries in the cakes. How many cakes did she bake? The number of cherries, and strawberries used on one cake will be: add 2 to 7, and the sum is 9. The number of cakes baked from 54 cherries, and strawberries will be, divide 54 by 9, and the quotient is 6. Mrs. Lau baked 6 cakes. Question 34. There are 25 more balls in bag A than bag B. Derek moves 10 balls from bag B to bag A. How many more balls are there in bag A than in bag B now? The number of extra balls in bag A will be, add 10 to 25, to 10, and the sum is 45. Bag A has 45 more balls than bag B. Henry Park Primary School. First Semestral Assessment 2019. Primary 3 Mathematics. Section C. Question 35. A total of 4,380 visitors visited the Jurong Bird Park. 1,729 of the visitors were adults, and the rest were children. A. How many children were there? B. 961 of the adults were women. How many men were there? The number of children will be, subtract 1,729 from 4,380, and the difference is 2,651. A. There were 2,651 children. The number of men will be, subtract 961 from 1,729, and the difference is 768. B. There were 768 men. Question 36. Alicia, Bernice, and Carol shared a cake. Alicia and Bernice ate 7/12 of the cake. Bernice ate 4/12 of the cakes. Carol ate the rest of the cake. A. What fraction of the cake did Alicia eat? B. What fraction of the cake did Carol eat? The fraction of cake Alicia ate will be, subtract 4/12 by 7/12, and the difference is 3/12. A. Alicia ate 3/12 of the cake. The fraction of cake Carol ate will be, subtract 7/12 from 1, and the difference is 5/12. B. Carol ate 5/12 of the cake. Question 37. A jug contains 900 milliliters of water. It contains 4 times as much water as a glass. A. How much water does the glass contain? B. Bella drinks 360 milliliters of water from the jug. How much water is left in the jug? The amount of water in the glass will be, divide 900 milliliters by 4, and the quotient is 225 milliliters. A. The glass contains 225 milliliters of water. The amount of water left in the jug will be, subtract 360 milliliters from 900 milliliters, and the difference is 540 milliliters. B. There is 540 milliliters of water left in the jug. Question 38. Tammy bought a calculator, and 2 identical books. Each book cost $13.95. A. How much did Tammy pay for both books? B. The book cost $18.25 less than the calculator. What was the cost of the calculator? The cost of 2 books will be, multiply $13.95 by 2, and the product is $27.90. A. Tammy paid $27.90 for both books. The cost of calculator will be add $13.95 to $18.25, and the sum is $32.20. B. The cost of the calculator was $32.20. Question 39. Samuel has 14 stickers. His sister has 5 times as many stickers as Samuel. His sister uses 6 of her stickers. How many stickers does his sister have left? The number of stickers Samuel's sister has will be, multiply 14 by 5, and the product is 70. The number of stickers Samuel's sister left will be, subtract 6 from 70, and the difference is 64. His sister has 64 stickers left. Question 40. Mr. Tan bought 4 boxes of oranges. Each box contained 168 oranges. He packed the oranges equally into 7 bags. How many oranges were there in each bag? The number of oranges will be, multiply 168 by 4, and the product is 672. The number of oranges in each bag will be, divide 672 by 7, and the quotient is 96. There are 96 oranges in each bag. If you enjoy our video, please do click on like and share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.